viewers, welcome to another edition of Point Blank, a discussion forum where we discuss about issues concerning Africans from politics, religion, culture, entertainment, etc. My name is Kizito Osimnobi Ibe, your host. Today I have a gentleman, an authority in the entertainment industry, a renowned producer, filmmaker, director, writer, all the way from Nigeria, who is here to tell us about his mission in America and what it takes to be in the entertainment industry. Please help me welcome to the studio a renowned producer in the person of Mr. Don Pedro Okojie. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me, my friend.
Thank you so much.
I don't know about renowned. I just know I just try.
Anyway, let's give you the title today in Houston.
Yeah. well, Houston being the most populated area for Nigerians, I think it's a good thing to be among the Nigerians in Houston.
Okay, that takes me to ask you, why are you here?
I came because I'm a consultant of media for the Nigerian Content Development and Managing Board. Nigerian Content Development and Managing Board is the board that oversees the Nigerian content law, which was established in 2010. And Nigerian content law, it says that Nigerians should now have priority over anyone who bids for jobs in the oil and gas industry. And also that Nigerians should be supported to build capacity, to learn all those trades around the oil and gas industry that most of the foreigners used to do. You know, so it's like industrialization for Nigerians. And also they finance Nigerian small, medium companies who are in the business to get to be able to compete with their foreign counterparts. And that law has helped Nigerians to own their own vessels, their own ships in that industry, because they used to lease it, rent it to do a job and return it back. But because of the local content law, it says it encourages them to own it. Yes. And when you own it, they will give you more jobs in the industry so that you can sustain the business. So it's a new law that I met existing, and I'm lucky to be the media consultant for a television program that I have in Nigeria called the Energy, Oil and Gas Program.
Okay.
And that program is on Channels Television in Lagos.
Okay. You mentioned of law. Are you a lawyer also?
Well, when you travel abroad, when you come abroad, you study so many things. I have studied so much. I don't know if I should call myself a lawyer because I have not practiced, but I studied it.
But you know all the laws.
Well, I don't think I do, but I just stumbled, Yeah.
So, okay, that brings me to mind. What is the purpose of this OTC yearly?
Well, first of all, it is not a Nigerian thing. It is actually a conference and exhibition of oil and gas companies all around the world. America leads the world in many things. Yes. And Houston is a huge capital for oil.
Yes.
So all these companies come here to converge and network with each other, synergize with each other. Those who are manufacturing different things showcase it, so that those who are looking for such things will now see it there and have a trade bilateral agreement or whatever it is. And then those smaller ones will see the bigger ones that they can partner with and have agreements with. So it is really the mecca for oil and gas industry. And it's where the whole oil and gas industry converge once a year.
Okay, let me ask about what are we going to benefit from this OTC conference? How does it impact us here in Nigerians in diaspora?
Well, you see, first of all, I would say a Nigerian is an inquisitive person. A Nigerian is a reactionary person. A Nigerian is a competitor. And a Nigerian wants to be better than his neighbor. Maybe that's why they give that a small generator a better pass my neighbor. Now, you guys here, I am surprised a lot of you people have asked me this question when I tell them what I came to that. And you see, the Nigerians in Houston should know, first of all, what you just confirmed, that this city is the headquarters of oil and gas in the world. And why is it so? Because there's a lot of oil and gas exploration going on here. There is a lot of oil and gas companies that are existing here. And To be in the oil and gas, you don't need to be technically knowledgeable. Because in the oil and gas, it's like a big, huge industry. Tailors are there, carpenters are there, lawyers are there, medicals are there, cleaners are there, then welders, drillers, pipers, etc. Then before you get the project managers and all, etc. So the oil and gas industry is an encompassment of every aspect of life. So as a Nigerian here, you should be inquisitive to know and come there. It is, I think, the first or second day, I don't know if I'm right, but I know that the last day or the second day, last day, they have what they call the guest pass for anybody who wants to come and just see. And since I know my people that we are very inquisitive, then they should come there and see. You know.
Okay, what I'm talking about is the Nigerians have their local businesses here.
Yes.
When these delegates come from Nigeria, I try to understand that they come with some certain amount of money. How do they patronize these Nigerian businesses here? Like I was able to attend the OTC Ghana night at Marriott Hotel.
Okay.
That is a huge sum of amount of money spent here. We have other Nigerian edifices, community centers, where Nigerians can gather. That money going to that source can also go to Nigerian communities. Like the Igbo Catholic community is large enough to contain everybody who comes for that OTC. So what are they doing to support all this? Like we have local restaurants, we have local bars owned by Nigerians. Instead of them coming to sponsor or support these businesses, they take this money that will help these people to grow to maybe, like Chinese people cannot do that, they will go to their Chinese restaurant and support their local business. That's the area I'm trying to find out how the delegates from Nigeria helping us in our own local business to grow.
Well, I am not going to speak on behalf of the people who have attended the OTC from Nigeria. Neither can I speak on behalf of Nigerians who live in Houston. But there's an anomaly there. First of all, why should somebody come from Nigeria or any part of the world as a Nigerian to attend the OTC, and then he will now be looking for where the Nigerian restaurant is? Why? Let that Nigerian entrepreneur himself find his way to the OTC and know how he can be part of that. Bring his cards or business or flyers or whatever and distribute among the Nigerians who are there, because there is a big Nigerian stand. Inside the OTC hall, we have 2 streets. I call it street because it's as long as a street full of Nigerian companies. So why you are waiting for them to come and meet you? You should meet them if you're a business person. The Nigerians in Houston, I think, are not networking enough with the Nigerians who are coming to OTC. They don't need to know anybody special. I believe so. Because I, for example...
Yes, as a business owner, you need to advertise your business. You have a point there. But at times, the access to this information to most of these business owners are restricted. Some of them, because before they give you the get pass, you go to internet, you log in, you know Nigerian factor, you must know one-on-one who will even tell you this is how to get it.
No.
So how can someone, maybe subsequent years?
I disagree with that Nigerian factor you're saying. There's nothing like the Nigerian factor. Oyibo has their factor. Americans have their factors. You think your mayor doesn't have his friends that he does favor to?
They have.
So what is Nigerian factor?
But
it is not Nigerian factor. That's what I'm just saying to you. You have to be proactive as a business person or as an individual. Like I was just saying to you, I'm talking of tailors, for example, carpenter. Am I talking of engineers? So those people, those human beings, if you do your night work, you come in the day, you sleep, you can come out from 12 o'clock to OTC. What is happening here? You don't have to only register online. You can register in the premises. But the thing is, get yourself there and be useful to yourself. You know, yes, I am going to be noticing next year.
Okay.
If whatever questions they want to ask in advance, we can, because I'm in the media, I can help them. You know, if there's 1 or 2 things, I'm not representing OTC or anybody, but I'm just saying, because of the questions you're asking, it is an anomaly for Nigerians to be backward in anything. We're always the first. So Ghana Day or anything, they will be doing second to us. And those places you see Nigerians go to do parties, it is Nigerian companies who are doing that. Those people can be approached, but in advance too. not when the conference is taking place. So I think
we're going to have a break right now. Hello viewers, we are having a break. When we come back, we're going to ask our guests if there is a collaboration between entertainment and the OTC, and how the life of an entertainer, a producer, and a filmmaker is all about. I am Kizito Osimnobi, and my guest is Don Pedro Okojie. Don't go away, we'll be right back. Hello viewers, Point Blank is a program targeted towards addressing some social issues affecting Africans in diaspora. Point Blank Forum will cut across the length and breadth of the society, from religion to culture, politics, technology, and social networking. We are in an era that we need to be well informed. This program, Point Blank, will be so informative, educative, enlightening, and entertaining. Africans, we need to come to the round table to discuss our problems and at the same time proffer solutions and the way forward.
A recent study came out that Nigerians are the most credentialed ethnic group in the United States of America. So we do very well in classroom. We do very well in corporate America. Why can't we do very well for ourselves? We have to seek unity of purpose. Let's find a way to work like a group. When you work without unity, you don't go too far.
Don't touch the dial, I promise you, it shall be so interesting. My name is Kizito Osimnobi Ibe. Your praise. Welcome back. This is Point Blank Forum, a discussion forum where we discuss issues concerning Africa and diaspora. I have Don Pedro Okojie in the studio, all the way from Nigeria. He's at Houston, the oil capital of the world. Before I go into entertainment, the price of the oil really affected Nigerian economy.
It's a human phenomenon. It is not any man-made thing.
Yeah.
And
you can't attribute it to
no. It is not because Buhari is failing, or he doesn't know what to do, or this minister and all those. It is not. Oil price is oil price. And don't forget, Iran was not supplying oil before. But now, Iran is supplying oil.
Did you think that the price of the oil is what is causing a long queue at the gas stations in Nigeria?
Well, I beg to... Should I ask for the Fifth Amendment there? Of course, we are supposed to have enough refineries so that we can refine our oils instead of exporting most of them abroad, to make sure Nigeria, because Nigeria is a good country to sell oil. But I think it is wrong for me or for anybody to now be using that yardstick to be judging this government. Because there's a government sitting there, and I'm sure they too are not sleeping and are providing solutions that they can use to make sure that the supply of oil pumps are normal.
You are from Edo and...
I'm Ishan. I'm from Uromi.
And
my brother, we must come to understand that these governors or senators or House of Rep members, they are our servants.
yes.
They are supposed to serve us.
Yes, because the law belongs to the people. The
So
power belongs to the people.
when we are expecting them to do what they ought to do, and we want to give them credit for what they ought to do, we should give them only credit if they do more than what we expect them to do.
How do you come into entertainment industry?
Well, you are asking a question that is very passionate to me. You see, my case of coming into the entertainment industry was like a hiccup, like a mistake, so to speak. First of all, I am one child who did not do well in his secondary school days. When I was finishing my secondary school, first of all, I was expelled at Form 4 from school. Yes, I wasn't expelled alone. It was so terrible. They expelled the whole arm of Form 4.
Wow, what happened?
Well, they said we were too rascally or whatever, and the WAEC also does not trust the results of that school because we were getting full passes for years before us. We didn't even know, but we were disabled. So anyway, I was expelled. And then I did my school start in a different school. But I tell you, my friend, I know every father, because I'm a father. I knew every father, we are the most brilliant, but I wasn't the most brilliant. I failed my school SAT 3 times. 3 times. Can you imagine?
Well, they say that examination is not the true test of knowledge.
Well, they can say that, but in Nigeria, you dare not fail even once. Your parents will, that is, eat you.
I know.
So after the third attempt, my dad just said, okay, I have a lot of children, and you just get yourself mobile and look. Let him go and look a job. Let go and train for something. If it's a mechanic or carpenter, let him go and do. Of course, yeah. Because I was like a child who wastes money.
Yeah.
His first school SAT, not once, not twice, 3 times. Anyway, so I stumbled. My dad just allowed me to be free and see what I want to do, whatever. And secondary school. I was about 17 or so. So I started going to NTA Benin. And I stumbled into their program called Music Panorama. The late Parfino Kunjo, the guy saw me and he saw me hanging around because I was very good in buying them cigarette and cola and their beer.
Were you smoking with them as well?
No, I couldn't have. I was too small to do that. I would have done it because I was free to do anything, So anyway, and the man called me and said, "Why you always what do you do? Where do you come from?" But I had a senior sister who was acting. So I always tell them, "Oh, I came with Sister Betty. And the man said, "But why are you always in the music studio?" I said, "Because I like music. That I can sing." They tried me to sing. I couldn't even open my mouth. I was so scared of the microphone. I couldn't learn. What kind of music do you like? Brought the cassette, said, "Go and learn these songs." And they tried me again second time and the third time. And they allowed me to now sing one day. And to my surprise, they put me on the television, on the program. And I was like, no way. I'm singing this program? Because if anybody who was in Benin in those days, Music Panorama was the main thing in the whole Bendel then.
Everybody watched.
Everybody. On Saturday afternoon. So Music Panorama was a good confidence for me to believe that I can be a good singer or musician. And I met people who became great people later. Like I was colleagues to Chris Okojie, Felix Liberty, Emma Ogusi was our producer, Ehi Duncan, Robo Arrigo, many of them who became also great. So from there, when I came back to Lagos, because this time it was in Benin, isn't it? Yes. So when I came to Lagos, no job to do. I hung around and I went to Tabansi Records, and they were looking for a salesman. I pretended I was a salesman, even though I was not sold anything. They did an interview, they allowed me to become one, and then they were sending me to carry records to Ajegule or to Ibutema, Then before you know it, the man provided us with panel van. I mean, you can imagine a child of 21, or I don't know, at that time, panel van. I could drive that panel van even to America if you send me a message. So that was a good thing for me. It gave me confidence, and I knew I could market. So then I was now going to East West distributing records for the company. Meanwhile, the zeal, the passion of singing was still in me.
Yeah.
And I was still trying to pursue it. So my friend called Alexito was rehearsing with his band, and I heard what they were doing. And I was part of like those in the production side. I wasn't doing anything really, but I would hang and So we now went to do Lekki Sunsplash. And in Lekki Sunsplash, the best singer or the best would have a recording contract. That is how we have the recording contract for Alexito, and a record that was called Tickle Me was produced. And Tickle Me, when it was produced, me and him went to the company, and then he told them, "Oh, it was just like, that's my manager." So he said, okay, they'll be talking to your manager instead of you. And me too, I assumed that I was the manager, even though I had no clue what I was, I was just a glorified messenger, So I became a manager to Alexito with Tickle Me. We went around Nigeria, the East, to promote his music. Before we came back to Lagos, it was a hit. Before I know it, I got my Kokri interested to work with me. I took him on. Then I had a lawyer now, he helped me sign contract. And when I took my Kokri, it didn't take 2 years, we were a hit again. Then it went on and on like that. I managed Onyeka, then I went to the Fuji, Obesere, I went to Fuji Dance Sandoka, I went to Solineji, and several other artists, I can't even remember now. So And then I was learning the ropes anyway. And so then I now discovered that, oh, I can even handle 6 artists or more, you know. Then, you know, Guinness gave me my first break. Said they want to promote HAP. And then we went around Nigeria promoting HAP in the capitals, which was a big one. It took us about 2 months to do. And then from there, we now got Benson and Hedges Music, which was one of the biggest breaks I've had, you know. Benson and Hedges Music was from the UK, and they were trying to use music to promote cigarette, you know.
Yes.
From Benson and Hedges Music, a promoter came from America here, walked into my office in Maryland and said he wants to meet Don Pedro. You know, he was telling me to take him to Don Pedro. You know, so I took the guy to a chair. I said, yeah, so, because the guy was, you know, shabbily dressed. Yeah. And he said he's a promoter, his name is Julius Mortajo, and he wants to have a partner in Nigeria to be bringing bands to US for tour. I said, yeah, you're talking to the right man. What do you want us to do? So that's how we just coupled it up. We signed a contract. He went back. And then I sent him some artist cassettes. We choose the one we want. Sent me some money. I added some money.
Let me cut in. All these things we are doing without further education.
Yes. All I was doing, interviews, everything. People would not even understand. People never believe I didn't have a degree because I could represent my wife very well. Look, my friend, secondary school in my time was very good. You learn well. You learn, my friend. My writing was so good as well at that time. I'm not saying it's bad now, but I'm just saying.
Well, what year is this?
That was in the 80, 81.
Oh, okay.
You know, 80, 81, 82. You know. So anyway, I now started coming to the US. Get 2 years work permit, multiple entry. I'll bring a band. We'll spend 3 months, tour the whole. But at that time too, you guys didn't have all these Nigerian restaurants I'm seeing here. No. In Houston, there was only one Elijah and Bissonnet that I know. That's where we eat, you know. Mm-hmm. As we suffered in America, we had no money to go for a tour when we were in New York. A tour that was going to happen in Los Angeles. We left New York on Monday night in a bus we rented and drove to Los Angeles. And we got there on Friday evening to meet that show. Because everybody told us, if we do that show, we'll get more shows to sustain us. Because we're broke, you know. And we did that. Today when I think of that, I regret it because I had no camera to record it. That was history, man.
Of course. You see, that's the difference between the Uyghurs and the...
I don't disagree.
Okay. Now, did you go back to school after this?
Oh yes, I came to lead now. I told my colleague that time, to Julius, I told him, because he didn't know. He had done his degree in, I think, arts or filmmaking or whatever. And he was telling me we should make film, because I had a drama group that time too, the Black Marbles, that I was managing. And we were coming to do drama here and all that. So I told him, I said, look, I feel inadequate in me. He said, why? I said, because I've not been to university. He said, forget the university, my friend. You're good enough. What do you mean? And I said, yes, I think everybody says so. But me, I don't have the confidence.
You need to see the focus.
I want to do that, you know. So, but when I was in the US here, I was just unfocused because there was money coming in from shows and all that, and I was just, you know, having a good time. So I didn't go to school. So after some years in the US, I had a contract to also do the same promotion in Europe, based in the UK, London. And so when I got to London, the second week I got to London, I just saw a school sign. I went in there, and I told them I want to have a degree. I want to enroll. They took me and have an interview with me. Said, okay, since I don't have a school cert, a GCSE, I can do a diploma, HND or DBA. But do you know that when I was doing that HND course, the second month, the head of the department called me to his office and said, somebody told me something about you. I said, oh, really, who? He said, a young Nigerian boy knows you. Are you really this and that? I said, yes, I am. Who is this boy? What does he say? Because I thought I was in trouble.
Yeah,
so the guy said, no. Have you ever won an award? I said, yes. Nigerian Music Award, I won twice. He said, so it's true. You are a promoter? I said, yes. He said, then what are you doing a HND for? You should do a full degree. Your experience is good enough for us. But the only thing you promise is within the 3 years to do the degree, you will do your GCSE. And we will support you, you know. So that was the open. I just had my first degree from there. When I got my first degree, I was like mad. I didn't believe it was me. So, the passion in education now came. I just forgot showbiz. Went again to do another degree. I got it. I wasn't satisfied. I went for the third degree. So I did music technology. I did entertainment business management masters. I did film making and video, another degree. I did journalism as a diploma. Then I did project management and I did counseling. So I was mad in education. I was so interested, But anyway, the saturation point comes.
Okay, let me ask. If you had passed Sierra Wayek at that level, do you think you would have been where you are today?
I don't think so. I'm sure I should have been working in Nitel. Because that was the in thing that time to work in Nitel or PW.
So it's a good thing that you didn't pass.
Every hiccup, every disappointment, So yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
tell us more. What all the entertainment industry in Nigeria? How is it growing? The growth, the problems.
Well, I cannot summarize it all in one program because it's a lot. But let's take it this way: those of us who left Nigeria about 17, 20 years ago, we did not do well in the sense that we should have used the opportunity that we had to start to train those young ones then. We should have had a lot of boys and girls in the business today who now knows the business. But unfortunately, the level it was when I was there is what I came to meet it now. When I'm talking of the business, I'm not talking of performance. The performers they have progressed very well. We have good artists. The business is still lacking. Yes, it's still lacking. Why? Because of structure. These young people have to be told and have to be trained for structure. And this is my mission now. Even though I am still interested in producing and I don't know if I would like to manage again, but I am more passionate about teaching. That is, training the young ones to take over the structure. Because with the young ones, when they understand how it works, they will start to form the structure themselves. You don't need to tell them, okay, I've trained you here, do it this way. I've trained you that way, you do that. No. Proactively, you see the structure will just start to take its place. And that's the problem we have right now.
Okay, yeah, like here in America, when you call up Hollywood, you talk of California, Los Angeles, and then back home, Nigeria, we have Nollywood. But there is no specific location that if I want to meet Nigerian entertainers or music industries or performers of any kind, that there's a place you can go. Like if I go to Hollywood now, California, I'm sure to get one or two actors or actresses or even musicians. So, but that structure, like you're saying, is lacking in Nigeria.
Of course.
So what can be done to carve out an area, name it anything, so that these people in the entertainment industry will find a sense of belonging, that government has recognized them, at least we can now do something. What can be done?
First of all, I would say that Nollywood is always known in Surulere, in Lagos. Surulere is being the hub. And even now, there are so many studios and so many productions going on in Surulere. And many of the producers as well, cameramen and etc., they live in Surulere.
Surulere is too small.
Well, it's too small because it's growing. It's too small because it's growing. If it's not growing, Surulere will still be too big for it. So you are just confirming too that it's growing and it's big. Now, what you are saying, for example, is for us to cultivate an area. But that is already in the pipeline. In Abuja, for example, there is an entertainment village. There's a landmark area for entertainment in Abuja, where there will be film studios, where there will be music studios.
And the structures.
And yes, it's like a town of its own.
Where is it in Abuja?
It's in Abuja. I don't know the name of the location, but it's existing. This it's a federal government push. The federal government gave that land to the entertainment industry. And I think there's a private consortium that has also taken over, maybe the management of the estate. And I think I even hear there's some investments coming in. But then, that is not how I want to answer your question. My answer is this. You cannot stop entertainment to any particular place and say you must go there. You cannot come to Hollywood and get musicians. You will go to New York. But if you want to get jazz musicians, you go to New Orleans. Chicago has their own beat. So I don't think we should be stagnant in one place for Nollywood. Because for example, Asaba now is getting stronger as a shooting
city. Most of the Nigerian films now
are going there.
They have so many sites there.
Exactly. So anywhere, you see, we are still in the teaching stage of Nollywood. We are just at the beginning. We are just started Nollywood. Where Nollywood is going is beyond some of our dreams.
Okay, is there any collaboration between Nollywood and Hollywood? Do you have any partnership?
Well, if you say partnership between Hollywood and Nollywood, you're talking about maybe corporate collaboration. That is not existing like that. Rather, production companies who have their own production in Nigeria are collaborating with some Nollywood and Hollywood companies. Yes, of course, in London, for example, I know some, I don't know the names of these films again, but some collaboration that we have premiered in London of some top Hollywood actors and actresses in some films like that. That's the kind of collaboration that can come. If you are saying for Hollywood as itself, and then Nollywood as it stands, that is something that will take a long time to come. Why? It's business. Show business. You can't just, Hollywood cannot, if Hollywood...
Everybody's in need to make...
if Hollywood even come to collaborate with us, they can even contaminate our stories and our production. We are not, in our storyline in Nollywood, we don't shoot people and kill. That's not our genre. That's their own. If they don't shoot, a Hollywood movie is not working.
We have some upcoming artists, Nigerians here in Houston especially.
Yes.
How do you people who have been in this industry, who are authority, you have known the pros and cons, how to cross the T's and dot the I's, how do you come in to support these young artists? Some of them are just trying to see where they will have something like a launching pad to come up. With your experience and everything, you have been in America for so many times, how do you come into...
Well, you see, it is good for the young ones here who are interested to come into the business, come into the world. But my first advice is go to the school of acting. Go and learn to act. We are lacking that back home very much, even though there are some who are trained, of course, but majority of our actors and actresses didn't go to school of acting. They are professionals in different fields. So since they are in Houston or New York or Chicago, whatever it is, they have huge opportunity to learn. There are so many performance schools all around here. So if they are really interested and they want to succeed, they should first go to that school of acting. They can even do it part-time. When they go in and learn how to act, they too will start to understand which areas they want to be. Whether they want to be writers, whether they want to produce, whether they want to be cameramen or editors, they will know when they're in the field. And then people like Eva Banks are there, and many other production houses. They should contact them and say, my name is Don Pedro Okojie. I like acting. Please, can I help you? Can I work with you? I am in Sususu acting school. Even though you are in a university, you can do it even during your holidays time.
Okay, we're going to have a break right now. When we come back, we are going to find out from our guest, Don Pedro, the best movie he has ever produced, and some part of his social life and how he has been entertained here in Houston. It's a point-blank forum. We'll be right back. Don't get away.
EBN TV. Now make sure you subscribe.
Welcome back to Point Blank Forum. I have Don Pedro Okojie in the studio. And Don, can you tell us the future of entertainment industry in Nigeria?
I see the Nigerian entertainment industry as one of the greatest things to happen in Nigeria. The Nigerian entertainment industry will be paying good tax to the Nigerian government. They will bring in so much money. And as a matter of fact, tourism is about to blow because of Nigerian entertainment. Those in tourism in Nigeria should look at the Nigerian entertainment very well, because it will open doors for people who want to come and see the way we speak, our lifestyles, our type of houses, our type of clothes, our food, because we portray them in our movies.
Okay, because of our time,
Yes.
What advice do you have to give the entertainment industry so that they will be able to get all this sponsorship? Certain things are not right, you know.
Well, there's no perfect industry. And not only that, for me, Nollywood is doing fantastic. The music industry, fantastic as well. We need to train ourselves. The key is training. Train again. In every area. And then we shouldn't just be, everybody, like for example in the music scene, you can't just want to be superstar and singer everybody, because everybody cannot be one. There are so many areas you can be superstar. You can be a superstar producer, superstar engineer, superstar lighting, superstar editor, superstar balancing,
Even
superstar stage
crew.
manager and all that. The same thing in Hollywood too. You don't have to act and be superstar actor. You can be superstar cameraman, you can be superstar director, you can be superstar scriptwriter. Superstar is not just only the person that's in front of the camera. As we are doing this interview, somebody's behind the camera.
Don Pedro, I think we have to draw the curtain here because of our time. I want to thank you for coming to Point Blank Forum. It's nice having you on the studio. I hope you enjoy your stay here in Houston, and we wish that when you go back, you have a safe trip. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Pedro Okojie, who has enlightened us. He has talked about politics, his life, and the entertainment industry, and he has been in Houston for 2-3 days. He will be going back soon. And next week we are going to have another interesting topic on Point Blank Forum. My name is Kizito Osimnobi Ibe, your host. Thanks for watching.
EBN TV. Now make sure you subscribe.